T-Man 978 Shill Review.
Hello everyone, T-Man 978. Right now we're going to take a look at Marvel Legends series retro card style X-Men Spiral right here. I can't believe this figure exists the way it exists. It's been one of my most anticipated figures. Not because I super love the character, I'm not crazy familiar besides remembering her from the video games, but the fact that they were able to give us a character with 6 arms, a female character, 6 pinless double jointed arms, and pretty much an all new body, and give you all the necessary accessories that she should need. Now, if they really wanted to deluxe her out, she does have 2 extra hands. Right now I have all of these are gripping hands, with the exception of this one right here, which is the open gesture hand, and she has 1 fist. If they really wanted to deluxe it out, they could have given her more open gesture hands and more fists, but they didn't. But she does come with 6 individual weapons, and like I said, 2 extra hands, which is freaking amazing. And these swords at first glance all look the same, but one is shorter than the other. Right there. So I'm not sure if these are repaints or reused from something else. They could be. This one I definitely know came with like Angela, I believe. And maybe this sword did as well. I can't remember. But either way, amazing. But up here or over here, these are people who contributed to my channel using super thanks or super chat. Like super thanks you can just do at any point. There's a little heart right there by the like button if you wanted to contribute to my channel. And super chats and super stickers and whatnot are something that people can do when I go live or do a live premiere. But thank you, and extra thank you to TN Reviews. He contributed. I put up a Cash App during my Cyndaquil, my Pokemon Cyndaquil video, for reasons that if you want to know, you can watch that video. He was like the only person who contributed, at least the only name that my aunt was able to pull up. So thank you, Sony. But anywho, let's get closer to Spiral and let you see why I think she's major and so great. But anyway, you can see this face right here. They use digital for everything now, not just the realistic people. But just the paint on my figure and whatnot is pretty much immaculate. There's no messiness right here. We got this specific helmet details for her. They were able to like pick out everything, the metal right there, the hair, the blue up in there. That's all great. We got this. We have the shoulder guards. They were able to give her 3 arms stacked up right there, all capable of the same type of articulation. You see the asymmetric feel of it, where these bicep bands right there are on this lower arm instead of the upper arm, and then she has a completely metal arm back here, and they all have 3 fingers, which is comic book accurate. Now what I did last night was I took an X-Acto knife and cut out the trigger finger, because the fingers aren't separate. The only one really separate is this one right here, where the pinky is kind of separate. None of the other hands were sculpted different, even this one that I pulled off. Oh, actually, we got this one down here that has the pinky. Oh. This right here is this little floating piece. And this is also why you shouldn't just settle. That man spider figure that had the 6 arms, where they're coming down like differently, and they didn't give him any torso motion at all. I didn't buy those. I couldn't bring myself to buy them when they had no motion. While she has a whole diaphragm joint right here. This belt pouch thing is separate. Look at the sculpting right there. They even did one thing that I begged for. I'm like, they could have easily given her some type of boot swivel, but I'm guessing the legs are covered by this to an extent. What they decided to do was give her ankle swivel down here. So she doesn't have boot swivel, but she does have ankle swivel. So this is a female figure. Pinless knees, 6 pinless arms, and they gave her boot swivel on top of that. Crazy. But let's let you see more articulation. The head is on a dumbbell post, so she can't get the rocks and whatnot. She can like shift forward. She can't really look up that much without using this. Now the rock forward is the typical female, where it just comes back forward a little bit and she can rotate and tilt. But she doesn't come forward. I hope for a day where they have this ball joint that can come forward a little bit more, and then on top of that have the ab crunch like the Spider-Man has. She doesn't have drop down hips or anything, but the legs can kick out to the side that much. Kick forward a lot. Kick back some, thigh rotation. The knees do bend that much. And the foot can go back. You get the ankle pivot still, and I already showed that rotation. Coming forward, it's hindered depending on where you have the foot position because of the fur. And of course, all the arms. These arms can come in a lot regardless of the fact that she doesn't have butterfly joints. Even this one. But all the arms go out. They all have bicep joints. They are kind of gummy, I'm going to be honest. But this joint is tight on pretty much every arm. And you get the full bend. All the weapon holding hands do this, while the fist in the other hand, in this hand, do this. Here's something else I guess I should point out. Well, all of them have the silver guard, minus the full-on Android arm. Of course, you can arm her up as you see fit. I'm going to put the golden weapons in the lower front arms because that's what I like. Here we are with the sample pose right here with every single weapon in the hand. I try to put all the hands slightly different at least. Like she has this cybernetic arm going that way. Also, here's this one pointed. This one's more about this pulled back so she can bludgeon slice you with that. And then these are out. I don't know how. I guess there will be a lot of practice involved on actually attacking with all these. But if you have all this, it'll be very difficult for people to get up on you anyway. So there's that. Well, let me make sure I show every angle in great detail so you can feel like you got this figure in hand without actually going out. And I like this stretching detail right there. It's great. She just looks good. Here's another sample pose before I go to why I cut the fingers. This is why I cut out the individual index fingers so she can actually put her fingers in a trigger. The only hand I didn't have to do that was the cybernetic hand, which already had a separate trigger finger, thank goodness. But these are my Mark II Toys guns. They say they design, or they're pretty much some of the same guns that come with the Valiverse figures. They just are slightly less, they're slightly more simplified. I got a review on them if you wanted to look that up. Mark II, the number 2 toys. But there you are. Here she is next to a Hasbro 6-inch male and a Action Force Velaverse 6-inch female. So, yeah. Let me do it like this. And from this angle, they look pretty much the same height, but from what I can actually see with my eyes, she's a little bit taller. Yeah, you should get an idea. She's a 6-inch action figure, and she's not a very short female, because this definitely is not a short female. But anywho, I really like her, if you couldn't tell. It is probably going to be something I'm going to be messing with for the rest of the year. So she's pretty much retail female of the year for me already. Comes with a bunch of stuff. I can't believe she's only regular retail price. Thank you for that, Hasbro. I don't understand their pricing nowadays, but this is pretty much something I wish for, where you would get more articulation, better sculpt and whatnot, get a bunch of accessories and whatnot, no Build-A-Figure piece to worry about, and it's still the same price. So I like that. If they would have made it deluxe, I guess she could have come with a different head sculpt and maybe extra hands to go on these different arms. But what she has is great, and I love it. I am super satisfied. Bought this off Target, but I will put a link in the description to where you can get it on Amazon. I think it's still up for pre-order, so you have no excuse. Thank you for watching. Until next time, G-Man978 out of here.
Figure action. That one's me.
Join the Syndicate Toy Hunters Facebook group. Link in the description. Click the videos.